S23 and S23 Plus have recently come out, and you want to know which one you should get. But first you need some info to make an educated decision. Welcome to Jon the Wireless Guy, where we do unboxing, reviews, and discuss tech with the occasional vehicle mod sprinkled in on some of my daily drivers. Before we dive into the new Galaxy lineup from Samsung, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. Thank you. Today we are going to unbox these new phones. Discuss the specs so you can see how the new Samsung Galaxy S23 and the S23 Plus compare to the previous generations, such as the 21 and 22, and also which one is for you. The S23 comes in 128 gig and 256 gig, while the S23 Plus comes in 256 gig and 512 gig. The colors available in both are green, phantom black, lavender, and cream. On the S23 starts at $800 for the 128 gig and $860 for the 256. For the extra $60, it's definitely worth getting double the storage. Pricing on the 23 Plus starts at $1,000 for the 256 gig and $1,120 for the 512 gig. Let's open them up. These are very similar phones, your 23 and your 23 Plus. So looking at the specs, mainly your battery is going to be bigger in the Plus. Bigger phone, you can fit a bigger battery, screen size bigger. You have 6.1 inch diagonal on the regular 23. This is basically, right, you open up the box, you've got your innards here, no plug still, right, but you do have the cable. The cable's in here, it's a type C to C, and you have your SIM pin to take out the SIM card. There is no storage card still. So we open this up, there's a little flap like that, and that is your lavender. Again, lavender is on the Plus and the regular. Same color lineup on these two. I believe even for the Ultra too, but that'll be on another video. We're keeping that one separate. So, taking this out, it's got a shiny rim. You have your SIM card at the bottom, your Type C port, your power, your volume down, volume up, no button still on the side. It is still a 6.1. Looking at the specs, the 22 glass fits on the 23. I imagine possibly the same for the 21 if the 21 had a square design. I don't think it did though, if I remember correctly. Go ahead and put down in the comments if you recall. But yeah, feels really good in the hand. Love the squared design still. I think that just fits really nice. So in the box, you get your Type C to C cable, SIM pin, and your phone. And that is what you get in the box. 6.1 inches diagonal. Your battery is 3,900 mAh. 8 gigs of RAM storage, 128. You can do 256 or 512 in the 23 Plus. On the 23, you can also do 256, but there was not a 512 option. I know Samsung has done things in the past just with Samsung where they may give you more configurations in terms of storage. So again, same, right? Same backing, phantom black, lavender. You can see the size difference there. Both squared, buttons on the same place. It is 6.6 diagonal on the Plus. Again, 6.1 on the regular. Camera lenses look the same. You have your SIM card still on the bottom, still Type C. You have 8 gigs of RAM in both. 50 megapixel main camera. You still have your innards here, right, with your Type C to C cable, so all that's the same between the two. You have, going through the specs here, weight 5.93 versus 6.91, 12 megapixel front camera, 8K video capture. Essentially identical phones. 23, 23 Plus, just with not able to get the 128 gig in the Plus, and smaller sizing on the regular, smaller battery on the regular. Again, very, very similar in all the specs and things. Obviously both Android, flashlight, yes, IPX8 Scuba, yes, fingerprint reader, yes, Wi-Fi, of course. Now, it does say UWB ultra wideband in terms of the phone itself. Yes, on the 23 Plus, it's blank. This is all from Phone Scoop. Side keys, yes. No stylus, right? Because that's only in the 23 Ultra or 22 Ultra or 21 Ultra. They did the stylus in there. I believe they did in the 21. Again, put that in the comments. I'm not too familiar with the 21s. I don't recall. Seems like it was forever ago. It's probably only 2 years, 3 years ago. But hey, if you have one of those, let me know. On your 21 Ultra, do you have a stylus? On your 21 or 21 Plus, is it squared off like this, or is it more rounded? I want to say rounded, if memory serves me correct, but I don't recall. So really, again, similar phones. So I want to actually look at your previous models. Let's go ahead and look at and compare your 23 Plus. Let's do the Plus first. So we got 23 Plus, 22 Plus, and 21 Plus. All right, so 23 Plus 12 megapixel camera, 22 Plus 10, 21 Plus 10. Weight a little bit heavier on the 21 Plus, 22 and 23 Plus, both the same. Dimensions pretty close. Maybe the 21 Plus a tad bit bigger. Barometer, yes. Fingerprint reader, yes. Let's see. 6.6, 6.6, 6.7. Yeah, a tad bit bigger on the 21 Plus. 120 hertz refresh rate on all three. A tad bit bigger battery in the 21 Plus at 4800. 22 Plus 4500. Took a dip there. 23 Plus back up to 4700. Processor is going to be much faster. 3.8 gigahertz Snapdragon 8 on the 23 Plus. 8 gigs of RAM across the board. 256 gig, but the 22 Plus and 21 Plus also came in 256 gig. It's just they had the initial 128. 50 megapixel camera on the 23 Plus and 22, only a 12 megapixel on the 21 Plus. That's a big difference. Telephoto lens, 64 megapixel on the 21 Plus, a 10 on the 23 Plus and 22 Plus. So let's see, Bluetooth, hearing aid, water resistant, all IPX8, stereo speakers. Yes on the 22 Plus and 21 Plus. No on the 23 Plus for stereo speakers. Photo and video TV output, yes on 22 Plus and 21 Plus, but a lot of people screen. So you don't really need a cable. You can kind of cast, like screencast. And then of course fast charging, wireless charging, speakerphone, HD voice, and all of them. So really, if you have a 21 Plus, you're going to see a huge difference in the 23 Plus. You have a 22 Plus now, it could be that you're getting a really good promotion, which makes you want to upgrade. Oftentimes that plays a big part in it, right? Maybe you're getting just about as much money back for your phone that you paid for it to upgrade. Some carriers are doing that, so that's definitely worth a try. The 22 Plus and 23 Plus are similar, but much bigger battery in the 23 Plus because it took that dip on the 22 Plus. So 23 Plus is definitely a hit in comparison with your 22 Plus and 21 Plus. Let's take a look at your 23 versus 22 and 21. So the 23 regular in comparison to the 22 and 21, 6.1 inches diagonal. On the 21, 6.2. So it seems like the 21s were a little bit bigger, went a little smaller on 22, stayed the same 23 for both the Plus and the regular. 1080 by 2400, 1080 by 2340, very close in display and resolution. 120 hertz, 4000 mAh in the 21, 3700, so it took a dip again on the 22, and then back up on 3900 battery with the 23. 3.4 gigahertz Snapdragon 8, 8 gigs of RAM across the board, starting storage 128, you still have 256. Main camera 50 megapixels on the 23 and 22, 21 only 12. Then that telephoto 64 megapixels on the 21 versus 10 on the 22 and 23. 8K video capture on all. Front camera 12 megapixel on the 23 versus 10 on the 22 and 21. Similar in weight. Barometer, yes. Fingerprint reader, yes. Flashlight, yes. IPX8 Scuba. Hearing compatibility, yes. TTY, yes. Bluetooth, NFC, all that's the same. Stereo speakers, no in the 23, yes. 22, 21. TV output, no, yes, in 22 and 21. Again, with screencast and mirroring, a lot of people do listen on Bluetooth with their phones, so that's a whole different speaker set. Don't necessarily need speakerphone, yes. Stereo speakers on a phone, as most people use Bluetooth. It would be if I just played something right now and listened to the sound of how it is. So again, 23 is going to be much better improved over your 21, and even the 22 again comes down to promotion, right? You have the 21, you're probably almost paid off, if not very close to it. So that could give you some options there with promotions. And then in the 22, maybe you're going to get back what you paid for it. Maybe you have to pay off a little bit of it, but get a really good promotion for trading in. Sometimes the finances and that money piece makes sense, right? It makes money sense to upgrade your phone to the newest one. The best time to upgrade is always when your phone is still working, because you're going to get the most value for it. You're going to be able to get your information off of it, and it makes it more of a seamless transaction when upgrading. So that is the specs. We looked at the phones, unboxed them. When going in the phones, it's going to look very similar. We're going to do that on another video as well. We're going to do the 23 series. All three, we're going to open them up in terms of going into the actual phones and looking at them and looking into cameras and things like that. So appreciate your time. Thank you for watching. Remember, like, share, subscribe. We are also on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, of course, YouTube. Thank you for watching, and make it a great day.